All right, what is up, everyone? Welcome to Return of the Athlete, and today I'm going to go over my 3 go-to breakfasts. It's going to be high-protein meals, low in calorie. I'll show you how you can modulate them so that sometimes they might be a little bit more filling, and I'll show you how you can wean them down and make them a little bit more lean. So we're going to go over 3 that you need, and I'm going to start off with the bagel. So the bagel is going to be something where we're going to ideally use just half if we want to go a little bit leaner. We could use the full thing if we want to go more full. So I'm going to throw this in the toaster. So while that goes in the toaster, we'll talk about a little bit of what else goes into it. So you're going to have 1 bagel, again, half bagel, full bagel. You're also going to add an egg. Now you can fry this egg, you can scramble this egg, and then on top of that, you're going to add 2 or 3 slices of deli meat. Let me grab the deli meat out of the fridge. So that deli meat, what I'll usually get is I'll go to Whole Foods or I'll go to Trader Joe's or something. And when I'm looking at the macros here, for every 2 slices, 50 calories and 11 grams of protein. So I can get 22 grams of protein really quick just by adding 4 slices of this onto there. So we will make sure that we add that to the bagel once that's ready. And I'll hopefully be able to pull this off. All right, we'll adjust that in a second. If you wanted to beef this up a little bit, you could definitely add a little bit of pepper jack, but that's totally up to you. The last thing I would say, anytime I have a bagel, I'm going to want to make sure I add something like cottage cheese. And now, this isn't to say that you have to put the cottage cheese on the bagel, definitely not. But I'll do just a little bit of a side of this to help make sure that I get enough protein, because I'm trying to get anywhere from 40 to 50 grams of protein per one of these meals. So in terms of the ingredients that you need, you've got the different things that you're adding to the bagel, plus the egg. And you can see right here, that leaves us with 4 or 5 ingredients. And that's one of the things that I'm really big on, is anytime I'm making something, I want it to be 5 ingredients or less. I don't want to spend a ton of time making food. Next, you're going to need everything for your smoothie. So I've got everything I need right here, which is going to be Fage Greek yogurt, a little bit of almond milk, spinach. You're going to want to grab some whey protein. Plant protein works fine as well. Grab the whey right here. And then last but not least, I'm grabbing a banana. Now, with the banana, you can 100% use any kind of fruit that you want. Banana right here. The big thing here is that you want a protein. You're going to want Fage Greek yogurt, 0% if you can handle dairy. You're going to want a light base. You can also just make it water. That's going to make it obviously less calories. And then I like adding a little bit of spinach, get some vitamins, get some nutrients as I'm going and doing my breakfast thing. So we'll put those off to the side as well. So we got to grab our last little bit, which is just making an egg scramble. So I'm going to throw these eggs up on the pan. Those are cooking right now, but I'm going to do 4 eggs. And with those 4 eggs, I'm also going to add some deli meat. I'm going to potentially add maybe some potatoes, some onions. I don't have any of those with me, but those are something that you can very much add on your own. And then from there, that's pretty much it. That's the scramble. In terms of ingredients, I might throw some pepper jack cheese on it as well, but let's get these cooking. All right, so I'm just going to whisk these right in front of y'all. Anyone have any questions? Obviously not, because no one's watching this. But this is my first YouTube live, so we're practicing. I actually think this is a really good video. So if you're watching this on the replay, kudos to you. You're smart. It is Sunday morning. The Mariners just beat the Blue Jays. They're going to the ALDS Division Series, whatever that is. And they're going to play the Astros. And you hear it here first. I think the Mariners win in 4 so that they can do it in front of the Seattle fans, and I'll be there. All right, so we got this scrambled. A couple more seconds on that scramble. And then one of the things I want to add to this before I get any further is going to be the turkey deli meat. So I don't know what's going on with this right now. It will not open for me, so we're just going to take matters into our own hands. Bang, bang, bang. All right, that should allow me to get into it. And of course it doesn't. So we're gonna drive the fiance crazy and just cut into it. We're live, baby. We gotta do everything we can necessary. So I'm going to cut up a couple of these. All right, while that settles, we're going to do the next stage, which is going to be the bagel. So the bagel just popped out. We're good to go with the bagel. And now from here, what I want to do is just grab a plate. Plate goes right here. We got one of each. And now one of each of these bagels is going to allow me to then do what I need to do. So deli meat, we're going to put 4 slices on. I'm going to be so full after this breakfast because we're going down on all of this stuff. Boom, 4 slices there. I'm actually going to fry an egg. So while we got the egg going, we're just about good there. We'll take this off for a second. So you can see, bam, 4 eggs, 2 slices of turkey meat. Throw that on. And then while this gets ready, I'm going to fry one more egg. And this fried egg is going to go, boom, on that bagel. So while that's getting set there, we're going to add a little bit of cheese to the eggs. You can just kind of let this melt on top of it. And one of the things that I love to do with eggs and with this bagel especially is going to be adding some hot sauce. Now you can add a number of different seasonings, dressings, whatever you want to add. I'm always going to reach for some form of soy sauce, some sort of hot sauce, Tapatio, Cholula, because those are going to be things that are low calorie. It's basically salt, water, and a little bit of spices. So when I go and add this, I'm not adding 200 calories in ranch. That's where people get into a lot of trouble. They add oil, they add ranch, they add things that they're not really counting from a calorie and macro standpoint, and then that's how things slip a little bit. I'm actually going to keep this one out. So let's get this egg flipped in a second. Bam, bam, bam. Oh yeah, pretty good flip job if you ask me. So this is the first one. This is going to be your scramble. 4 eggs, 2 slices of deli meat, pepper jack cheese. So overall 430 calories, 42 grams of protein, 2 carbs. This is a great low carb meal if you're doing keto. This is going to be something that you can use. And then 28 grams of fat. If we pulled the cheese off, that would decrease the amount of fat, decrease the amount of protein slightly, and then bring those calories down to 330. So that's how you can scale it down. You could also add more eggs. You could just do egg whites. Just doing egg whites would decrease the fat, keep the protein high, and decrease the overall calories. So now that we got that, we got this. What are we going to add? We can add our pepper jack cheese to this. And we're going to finish with the smoothie, because the smoothie is the best thing I have it probably 80% of the time, because it's just so easy to pull together. So you've got this. I'm going to add on my fried egg right here. Boom! So now it's going to get a little bit runny when I go and smush it. And I like that runny egg look. You can also obviously throw on a little bit of hot sauce here as well. But there you go. You got the bagel. Now, I'm going to show this with just half, but I'll probably eat it with both just because I like to make it into a sandwich. But with half of the bagel, you're looking at 632 calories, 77 grams of protein. This Dave's Killer Bread Cinnamon Raisin Bagel, I believe, has 12 grams of protein, which is actually a good amount for a base as opposed to regular bread where you maybe not get as much. This is something that I ate a lot when I was building and really in like a 7-8 month building phase. Helped me get a ton of calories, and I was also getting in my protein. Obviously, we've talked about the cheese, we've talked about the turkey, and then going to add hot sauce again to this as well. If you did want to add a little bit more from a calorie and flavor standpoint, cream cheese would be a good option, but I'm not doing that in this video because we're trying to keep it lean, mean, and high in protein. So this is your bagel option. We are going to let that pop, and oh my gosh, now it's running. That is tasty. And last but not least, let's throw in a little bit of the cottage cheese, like I mentioned. And one of the weird things that I do that is actually incredible, you're gonna love it when you try it. You're gonna believe that I'm an absolute psycho when I tell you it, but you do cottage cheese, so we'll do 2 servings. I like to do it in a little bit of like a salsa bowl. Helps make it feel like it's just a little quick snack as opposed to putting it in a bigger bowl. But now, boom, 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 you put this in there. I know it sounds crazy, but just trust me, this is incredible. You stir it. 70% of my clients love and live by this. So that right there is one meal. That's another meal. And now all we have left is the smoothie. So with the smoothie, a couple tricks here. One, you're gonna need a blender. No way around it. You're gonna need a blender. I'm going to grab my smoothie out of here. Boom, boom, boom. All right, so with this smoothie, you're going to have, like I mentioned, your spinach. So we're gonna start there, 2 cups of baby spinach, and we're just gonna layer this onto the bottom. This is kind of a pro tip, but when you layer it onto the bottom, you actually make it so that the protein powder doesn't get caked on, because this adds the first layer of defense, which I'm a big fan of. So if we can avoid caking protein on and making that a nightmare to clean, I'm gonna do that 10 times out of 10. So now from there, we're gonna go and add a little bit of Fage Greek yogurt. Typically, I'll do 2 scoops, 2 bigger scoops. And then if I feel like I need to round it out with something on the side, bam, add Fage. Now you might be asking, why 0%? Well, you can do 2%, you can do 5%, but all you're adding is fat. And fat's not bad, but when I'm trying to make this lean, mean, high protein machine, if I can save 5% to 0%, I'm ultimately going to save calories. It's going to go from 130, 140 grams for the serving that I add down to 90. Protein stays the same. That's a win that'll take 10 times out of 10. So then from there, we're going to add in a banana. Boom, boom. Break it in half, banana. So if you don't like bananas, that's okay. I love bananas. I love how the bananas taste. When I'm doing my smoothies, I'll either do a banana, protein powder, almond milk like you're seeing here, or I will switch that out and I will do berries, frozen berries, blueberries, raspberries, strawberries. And if I'm feeling extra crazy, I'll add in a little bit of nut butter, because what that does is that makes it taste like peanut butter and jelly. But we're doing banana here because I like banana. Now, another pro tip here. If you find yourself not getting enough protein by the end of the day, take this. I already put 1 serving in. Add another scoop. You've now doubled your protein, added 120 calories to your meal, and you didn't even notice it. I didn't add this here because I want to make sure that I'm doing what I'm saying in the recipe. But at this point, all we're going to do is add almond milk, and this is going to be a 418 calorie smoothie. 2 cups of almond milk right there. We're going to have whey protein. Whey is going to be ideal if you have a plant-based protein or you want to do plant-based. That's totally fine. Just know that you're going to need a little bit more of it to make sure that your body's able to synthesize and absorb all of that the same way it would whey. Now, if you are doing the banana, great, just do the banana. You can obviously add any fruit you want to it. Just know that that is likely going to increase your carbs, and that's going to increase the sweetness, which I'm all about. Fage Greek yogurt, spinach, it's added. I'm going to add one last thing that's not an ingredient, but I do like to add a little bit of ice just to make it, I don't know, cool. A nice ice cool smoothie. By the end of it, these are some weird ice makers that we got the other day, my fiance and I. And it works really well. Oh, Williams and Sonoma. That makes sense. That is very her. So now, at this point, all we gotta do is blend this. So let me go over to the other counter so that I can blend this. And just like that, you got a smoothie. Now, I'm not a good chef, as you obviously saw here. I am not good at cooking, as you obviously saw here. But if I can do a YouTube live, my first YouTube live, And in the span of what time we got? It's 9:18. Make 3 breakfasts, higher than 40 grams of protein, between 400 and 600 calories. I got stuff on the stove. Like if you got a baby, if you got kids, if you got someone screaming at you, dogs, like you can do these. It doesn't take that much time. It's pretty easy. I just showed you how to make 3 of them, showed you how to scale them up and down, add things in, add things out. And so if you want more of these, more ideas, more recipes, because 3 isn't enough, then I've got a high protein recipe collection. Just comment below this video. It's got 41 or 42 different high protein recipes. I'll send it to you in a PDF. And in the meantime, I'm going to go and smash all of these tasty treats. Thank you for staying tuned and watching. Be sure and subscribe if you got value out of it. Hit the like, ding the bell, all that stuff for notifications. And then if you want the absolute full-on playbook, trainings on how to train your body, trainings on how to fuel your body, recovery, mindfulness, mental health, self-study, all of those things, everything that I do with clients, I just finished my fitness playbook free. It's in the comment section. You click the link, you add it, you're going to get workouts for a week, you're going to get recipe books, you're going to get yoga programs, literally going to throw in the kitchen sink at you, boom, pun intended. And you can just click the link and check that out. There's also going to be a link to set up time, talk with me if you want to learn more about the Return to the Athlete coaching program. Other than that, I'll catch you guys hopefully on the next live, and hopefully I don't die eating all of this, and see you guys later. Peace.